Hello to everybody, hello to all my fans, and hello to the readers of this famous magazine, BONART. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be interviewed by Mr. Lee at the moment. Times are now not the best for the arts in general, as well as for the classical music. Unfortunately, I have to tell that all performing arts suffer a lot through these restrictions, and I was also, and my life on stage was of course affected through this, and I had to cancel, unfortunately, all my tours in Asia, as well in Taiwan. However, I would say that I try also to make a little profit out of this situation, because I don't have this hurry of preparing my new program to the upcoming concert. I have a little bit more time for myself, so I can develop my new ideas, my new concepts, and just digging into the new repertoire when everything just stays still, and you can really go into yourself. You can overview the things you have done before, and on base of this to develop new ideas. In this sense, it was very effective time for me. For me, in general, it's very important not just to record separated pieces, but always to find a certain bridge, certain connection, certain conceptual idea between the pieces, or maybe even between the composers I'm going to record. As I realized, also for the public to listen to the same piece, knowing about all backgrounds, building bridges between styles, between composers, opens your ears. It makes you to conceive, to understand the same piece better. In case of Ingenious Opposites, there were two composers, Robert Schumann and Franz Liszt, which stood together at the beginning of the Romantic era. They actually founded the Romantic stream in music. It was very interesting for me to compare them one to another, and my upcoming album, almost the same idea, to compare, to bring together a couple of composers. Of course, everybody knows the story about Robert Schumann and Johannes Brahms. Actually, Robert Schumann introduced Johannes Brahms to the European market as a composer. Robert Schumann was desperately expecting the next generation composer who could come and compose. He really wanted very much, and this triangle, Robert Schumann, Clara Schumann, and Johannes Brahms. So I think it's really very, very interesting to introduce this. It is a very interesting and complicated question about Schumann. The idea of the Romantic composition was based on the Romantic literature. The Romantic music has always certain literal source on which the whole development is based. Many of his Romantic compositions are based on this idea of the Romantic literature. First of all, he digested the Romantic source, and then through his own view, he tried to express his own ideas, his own view on a certain Romantic source. And in case of Kreiseriana, this is really like that, because for me this piece is the best self-portrait of Robert Schumann. He always tried to find himself in the Romantic source, in the Romantic literature, and then digesting it, putting it into music, he kind of expressed himself, expressed his feelings, expressed his whole, his personality. Brahms also called Schumann his musical father. He was really introduced to the musical life, to the musical market through Schumann, and it's difficult to say how it would happen without Schumann. When we discuss his way of musical thinking, actually was really thinking in classical manners. He wanted really to prolong the way Beethoven composed. Schumann anyway influenced also very much on the way, for instance, how Brahms wrote for this instrument, wrote for piano. There are many similarities between them. Maybe you remember this.
Oh.
Then Schumann. This is Kreiseriana.
Yes.
Very interesting similarities in the way of composing for the piano.
Oh, I see. So good to know this.
As I told you, Kreiseriana is self-portrait, musical portrait of Robert Schumann. The same way I'm thinking about this intermezzo, which are actually self-portrait of Johannes Brahms. Of course, in his young ways, Brahms tended to create huge compositions, his symphonies, his sonatas, piano sonatas, but towards the end of his life, he turned to this minimalistic pieces where really every tone, every note speaks for itself. And this is the truth about him. So, as you say, this intimate feeling, when Brahms really is looking back, trying to digest his whole life and trying to recollect how actually it was, I think this is kind of self-portrait of his personality. So it's very interesting, this bridge between Kreiseriana and Yes, I'm very much looking forward to finally have an opportunity coming to Taiwan. I'm very much looking forward to this. I wish all of you stay healthy, take a good care of yourself, and hopefully see you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.